Boom. Happy fantastic Friday to you. I love that. Hey, you know what? I am still so pumped and so high from last night with Mr. Sam Bean here in St. Louis. You know, that guy is just absolutely amazing. And what a gift we have with the leadership we have here. You know what? Now I can see you. I'm so sorry. We were talking and I didn't include you. There you go. It's called being excited, not much sleep. Now my friend is right with me.
Great. Awesome.
I could see you down in my little staging area, but not up on the screen.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, one of the things which I say, I spoke to somebody a few days ago, I think about 3 days ago, actually. And he said, man, I've been watching you guys. I'm watching your videos every day, but I really wanted to find out, why do you guys do these videos? These are awesome videos, but why do you guys do it, man? You know, I know you and I spoke a little bit about this morning, but I just want us to give a lot of nuggets out there to people why we do this.
Yeah, I mean, I say for me, the number one reason is it's selfish.
Right.
Because it keeps me focused. It keeps me committed. It keeps me looking forward to these 20 minutes I spend with you every day, because that is how you build momentum. That's how you build, everything that you do.
Absolutely. I mean, because you just hit on the nail about momentum, man. Because momentum is there's something that happens when you begin a business, or when you for example, if a child is born, this child is super excited about everything, because guess what?
Right.
They don't have any knowledge about anything.
Right.
They are easy. They can fly, do whatever they think they can conquer the whole world, and that's great.
Right.
And that momentum is hard for you to keep that momentum in the kid, because they change environment and they change life cycles, and many other things happen in their lives, But we got started about this, and we're just so excited about the opportunity. Absolutely. And we say, you know what? Why not go out there and help somebody? Why not go out there and help not just people who want to join the business, but also distributors, business partners, because starting a business is good.
Right.
It's one of the greatest feelings ever.
Mm-hmm.
But keeping the business, keeping and being in business, is the hard part.
Exactly. In fact, Mr. Sam Bean said something last night that I never even thought about. It makes so much sense. He asked the question. He said, "Do you work overtime or do you work overtime?"
Oh.
And I thought about that. And he said, if you work overtime to make extra money, that means you spend more time at your job and you get paid for the extra time you spend.
Absolutely.
If you work overtime, you're building the life you want to live.
Right.
And I was like, wow, that is so powerful.
I mean, that's truly powerful, man, because talking about overtime, right? Mm-hmm. You work overtime and you're thinking about, hey, am I working? Am I putting in more time to better myself? Am I putting more time to make more money? Because at the end of the day, you really want to look at a distinction between those two, right?
Exactly.
You really want to look at a distinction between those two, because if you really want to put in overtime, maybe you're making more money, maybe you make more money at the job, guess what? They're going to tax you even more. So because you make more money. But if you're putting in overtime in your business, if you're putting in overtime for yourself, if you're putting in overtime for your own personal development, trust me, it's more than valuable, because it doesn't get the results today, but it gets the results over time.
Absolutely. And you asked the question earlier, why do we do what we do? I'm going to give a little preview of my training tomorrow at our boot camp.
Right.
Mr. Emmanuel Bernstein says, here's the 3 things you have to do to make your business successful, and do not get them out of order. And they are recruit, and don't get them out of order. And I took that and I broke it down even further. And the first recruit for me is to recruit a following. Because once you recruit a following, those followings become customers and potentially become teammates with you. And that's what
Absolutely.
you and I are doing here. We're recruiting a follower. Do you realize we have nearly 500 followers on our Facebook page now?
Absolutely.
And even last night at Mr. Sam Bean's thing, people came up to me, oh, we watch you and Rudy. I recognized their faces. I didn't know what their names were. I'm like, what? I mean, it's amazing. People from Canada are watching us. People in Europe and Australia are watching us. This is just amazing.
It is incredible, man, because, talking about people, I can't wait for the people who are going to be joining us in Jersey on the 2nd, because there are tons and tons of people who've been watching us, and they'll be like, oh my God, I can't wait to meet you guys, because I've been watching your video, I've been sharing your videos, I've been using your videos for my team. That's what it is all about.
Right, exactly.
That's what it is. It's just about adding value. It's just about going out there and helping people make life-changing decisions in their life.
Right.
There's something that's been going on in my mind. I read about these statistics. In the 50s, people were so excited about being employees.
Right.
Truly excited about working for having a job and working. That was an exciting part of life. Like, if you are a family and you had your dad or mom who goes to work every day, you're excited that you have a steady source of income that keeps coming.
Right.
But right now, it's not even. There's so much dissatisfaction in the workplace.
Right. Exactly.
There's so much dissatisfaction in the workplace. But I keep asking myself, why are people so dissatisfied at the workplace these days?
Right.
Is there something wrong? Is there something the employers are doing that's wrong? Is there something that's going on which is wrong? Is there some kind of a paradigm shift? Is there some kind of movement going on? Like, what's really going on?
Well, and you're hitting on something real powerful there, because not just workplace, it's also just the way we live in society.
Right.
Peggy and I were having a conversation this morning, and hey, Peggy, she's on the call with us today. But when we grew up, when Peggy and I grew up, if we were 9 or 10 years old, our parents thought nothing about leaving us at home if they went to school for a meeting or if they went to the grocery store. They just, 9 or 10, 12 years old, we left them at home.
Right.
I think very few parents today feel comfortable leaving their kids alone at home.
Right.
It's the same thing with the workplace. Where does that dissatisfaction come in from? And I think what it comes from is that over all these decades, we have built decades of distrust.
Right.
And the distrust is not with someone else. The distrust is who we look at in the mirror.
Absolutely. It's literally who we look at in the mirror. That's what it is. Talking about the distrust, man, it just makes me think about where we are going. One of the things, I'm going back to my leadership training, and one of the things that we're asked to do is take a piece of paper, write down the names of 10 people who are looking up to you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Write down the names of 10 people who are looking up to you. Write down the names of people whom you can't fail.
Right.
Failure is not an option, because guess what? They depend solely on you.
They do. That's right. That's exactly right.
And if you do that, you start looking at yourself like, wow, if these people really depend on me,
right,
and I depend on my job, it means I'm literally putting the future of these people in the lives of somebody else's hands.
Right. Right.
And guess what happens if this person get upset with you someday? They cut you off.
Yeah. Exactly.
And as soon as they cut you off, the lives of these people who actually depend on you just go away.
Right.
Like a candle in the wind. And guess what happens to you?
Yeah. You're right there in the dark.
You're right in the dark.
Yeah.
And you're right in the dark with the lives of other people right there. That's why one of the reasons why it's so important, especially at this time, for somebody to always have it's so essential for somebody to always have a business.
Absolutely. Always. And the business is the business that speaks to you at a level you've never been spoken to before.
Right.
It's not a lemonade stand on the side of your driveway, that we all had as kids. It is a business that speaks to you. Rhonda just joined us. Hey, Rhonda.
How you doing, Rhonda?
But you're right, and I love that. I mean, she was talking about that. I mean, not only the 10 people that look up to you,
Right.
but you also have to take into account there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people that do you're not aware of.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
Look at the number of people who are actually watching us. Look at the number of people who jump on our calls every day. Look at the number of people who decide to follow this page. I mean, these are people that you'll never really think about, but these are folks who are actually hungry and say, you know what, we need some kind of guidance. We need some kind of information. And because you and I have said, you know what, we don't want to limit ourselves. We want to give ourselves out there to the world. We want to create an opportunity for people out there. And we want the world to experience our lives.
Right. Absolutely. In fact, you hit on something so powerful. As you were talking about that, I thought about a leadership training program I went through. And one of the things we were asked to do is to name someone that really inspired us that you probably wouldn't think would be someone that would inspire you.
Right.
And so people were all brainstorming names. And the moderator, the person running the meeting said, why Aretha Franklin? And I said, because I was in New York many years ago, and I walked in front of Radio City Music Hall, and up on the marquee it said, tonight only, Aretha Franklin. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'll probably never get a chance to see Aretha Franklin, so I'm going to go in and get a ticket. So I bought a ticket. Give me the best seat you have. Front row mezzanine. I think it was $80 for the ticket. Great deal.
Right.
So I went to it. All pumped. But here was the takeaway. That evening was the evening that her niece, Whitney Houston, was buried.
Wow.
And she knew that her audience of 4,000 people were counting on her.
Right.
She had already said her goodbyes to Whitney. She bypassed the funeral and came and gave a performance of a lifetime.
Wow.
And I thought, there's an example of no matter how crummy, how hard things are, if someone is depending on you, you show up and you do your best.
Absolutely.
And I'll never forget that performance and that experience.
I mean, talking about showing up, man. I mean, talking about showing up. Showing up is one of those things, one of those situations, one of those instances where things become impossible. Things are impossible for you to do. But guess what? You say, no, because I gave my word to this, I'm going to show up. Because the people that are out there depend on me. Because they trust me. Because I don't even know who is out there who has been watching me. But I'm going to show up. There are many times that you and I don't want to jump on the call because we feel weak. We feel like, oh, man, it's too much. But guess what? We show up. Because of the people who are out there, because of people who rely on this message, because of people who really say, you know what? I can't wait to hear what they're going to say today. I can't wait to hear what they're going to inspire me today. You know, that information is what we keep, and that's what really drives us to keep doing this every day.
Well, exactly. And it's something that Mr. Bean talked about last night without having to say it, and that is this whole concept of the LUE, the L-U-E, the loyalty, the unity, the edification. And that's the reason we show up every day.
Absolutely. I mean, talking about unity, man, you know, I mean, you and I can really tell about what the energy that drives people together, you know, but that force, that energy, because we've seen each other alike, because we see each other and say, you know what, this is who we are and how we want to impact the lives of other people. That unity right there. I know we and I, the way we spoke about this, Lou, was so powerful, and so many people took lots of nuggets about it. But you know, it's just the way the organization has been built, you know, and we are so proud to be part of it. We're so proud to be part of the movement, and it's time to go to work.
Absolutely. I met a young man last night, probably early 20s, but he knew everything about Holton Bugs. He knew everything about Mr. Edwin Hayes. He had been kind of involved with their coffee company, but he knew about them. And what inspired him to be there last night and become part of us is that the person that Holton Bugs is, the person that Edwin Hayes is, and by who they are, they attract people like them. I mean, ibüümerang is, you know, 500,000 people thanks to the law of attraction. I mean, it really is.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what it is, because even those who haven't been part of the company, even those who haven't been part of the organization. You
Right.
know, we had Kim yesterday, who is a friend of mine. We've been in contact several times, but she hasn't joined the organization. But guess what? She loves the information. She loves the content, and she said, "You know what, Rudy? I can't wait for us to launch in Oregon." I said, "You're gonna be the star in Oregon because we're coming for you."
That's right.
You know,
Right.
it's so amazing because it's just about the law of attraction. Those people who are out there who say, you know what, I really love this information, I love the content, I want to be part of it, and even for those who are actually part of the company. You know, there are times when you feel weak, you feel like, oh my God, you feel discouraged, you feel like I don't want to do this, you feel like I'm not making a lot of money, you feel like things not going so well as you plan. But guess what? That's why we're here, to motivate you, to keep you updated, to keep you vibrated, to give you more vitamins, to give you energy and tell you, hey,
That's right.
it's not now that matters.
That's right.
Keep putting the work.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to benefit.
Yeah. Is it overtime or is it overtime?
Exactly.
Why are you here?
Exactly.
You know, and that is so true. You know, when you stop and think about it, I saw, you know, how Facebook says we're going to show you something, celebration for history, whatever. And it was somebody that I met that was up in New York, and we met 7 years ago. And I thought, oh my God, it's been 7 years since Alan and I met. And what that taught me was that was 7 years. Holton Bugs is just saying, give me 12 to 18 months.
Right.
And start seeing the results.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's a drop in the bucket. That's all that is.
Right. I mean, it's talking about 12 to 18 months, man. So many people might be out there, I've been thinking about what's this 12 to 18 months thing all about, you know? 12 to 18 months, actually, you really want to see, if you really want to see success in your life, you know, show some form of commitment. Commit yourself to it, you know, be consistent to it, and be ready to make the change. Because guess what? We just laid out the 3 C's. And you're gonna be the champion that you really want to be. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to live your life. You don't want to live your life like a normal person. Everybody can live their life. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. You know.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, what difference can you make by being here?
That's exactly right. And when you think about 12 to 18 months, you might think, oh my God, that's forever. Let me ask you this. How long do you have to pay on the car you're driving? Is it longer than 12 to 18 months? Look what you can create before you pay your car off. And with this, we can have to pay it off faster too.
Absolutely. I mean, there've been lots of stories about people who actually pay off their debt, pay off their car, pay off credit card, pay off mortgages. I mean, that's what this organization is all about. It's all about. I mean, it doesn't tell you to make money and spend money. You know, it's so educational, about so much concern about your personal finances, so much concern about your credit score, so much concern about what's going on in your life. Because trust me, if you're in debt, there's no way you can even sleep. If you're in debt, you just want to work overtime. You just want to think. You keep thinking about how you're going to get out of debt. But guess what? We have an opportunity. We have a system that's out there to tell you, hey, use this as a vehicle to get out of debt.
Right. Yeah. Mr. Bean said last night, wealthy people never pay full price.
Right.
But poor people pay interest on the regular or extra price because they wait and they pay premium. Wealthy people never do that. They never pay full price. And so it's that whole thing. He nailed it. He said, we don't have a money problem. We have a philosophy problem.
Absolutely. If you keep talking, you talk about that. That's the same thing Mr. Edwin Haynes said. He said, it's so hard to be poor than to be rich.
It is. It is.
It's so hard to be poor because at the end of the day, you keep getting all these mails. Your creditor is gonna call you up. They're gonna sometimes you're gonna reject your phone calls. I mean, all these things keep coming, and they keep bombarding you with so many questions, so many things about life, and they keep asking you. And sometimes you just feel like quitting. Sometimes you feel like quitting life.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But guess what? How about being an opportunity? How about being part of an organization? How about being part of a movement that has a vision to get you out of debt? That has a vision to give you a better life. That gives you an opportunity to impact the lives of other people.
Exactly right. So if someone wants to be part of us, Rudy, how can they do it?
Man, I mean, if you really think about this, and you've been seeing the I boomerang on my hat, I boomerang on Bart's t-shirt right there. You really want to look. You really want to find out like what's this thing all about. Go back to the comments right there on this video or wherever you are, and just type in "tell me more." Type in "tell me more" in the comments, and we're gonna get back to you. We're gonna provide you more information. If you really want to take out the opportunity to be like, "Hey, what is this thing all about?" Let me just check it out to see what it is. Just type in me, M-E. At the end of the day, we're gonna get back to you and provide you with this technology to tell you what's going on, and how you can impact your life. But guess what? If somebody sent you this information, if somebody shared this video with you, get back to the person. They have more information to share with you, on how to get you started, tell you more information about the technology, and how you can also impact the lives of other people.
Exactly right. Rudy, this has been an awesome conversation with you, my man. Tomorrow I'm at boot camp, but I hopefully can just jump on real quick and all of us say boom to you tomorrow. But I'll be back with you full time on Sunday.
No problem, man. I got your back.
I know you do. I got you, my brother. Boom.
Boom.